welcome to your practice. My name is Joy, and today we're going to do a very sweet spinal yin practice very mindfully. So we're going to work a little bit with the mindfulness aspect more than you would maybe usually do. So we're going to really focus on how we get in and out of the poses, making it part of the pose and part of the practice. It can be nice to use 2 blocks. If you don't have it, just grab a couple of pillows. Blanket can be really nice. Today we're going to actually use the blanket, so grab a blanket and let's get started. So we're going to start laying down on our backs. So make yourself comfortable. Maybe you can place a pillow underneath your head or a blanket if you're a bit chilly. And you can lay yourself down in any way you like, starting nice and relaxed. And you can close your eyes. And we'll start by taking a deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. Let's do that again. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. And one more time, inhale deeply. Exhale, let go. Now just let your body sink down towards the earth. Taking a moment to slow down. Taking a moment to notice how you feel. You can do that by doing a quick little body scan. Just bringing the awareness towards every part of your body from your head to your toes and notice what is there. And just observing the sensations without judgment, without trying to change it or going into stories about how or why you feel that sensation. And then once you are nice and checked in, you can bring the awareness to your breath. So you can start to connect with your own rhythm. The rise and fall of the chest and the belly when you breathe in and out. And we're just gonna practice that mindfulness into this relaxed laying down position using the breath. So often you may think that mindfulness is really staying present, but actually it is coming back to either your breath or sensations every time you notice that you've drifted away. And I promise you, you will drift away. That is what the mind is very good at. But the practice today is that when you catch yourself, then with a smile on your face, you can slowly guide the awareness back to your breath. So we'll practice that for a moment. We'll take one more breath here. And then very slowly, we are going to transition into our first yin pose. And remember, we're going to focus on also the transitions today. So one by one, you can bend your knees, step your feet on the mat, noticing how the feet feel on top of your mat. And then you can bring the arms out wide, palms are facing upwards. Shifting the hips a little bit over to the left side of the mat. Inhale, bringing the knees into your chest, and exhale very mindfully, bringing both knees down to the right, coming into your twist. Now just feeling here first. And then if you notice any sensations that are too intense, then feel free to adjust your twist. So you can put something in between your knees or maybe something on top of your knee. And then keep noticing those sensations. And maybe even breathing towards that most intense sensations, sending the breath towards that area. Now, even here, when we are in our pose, we're going to use our mindfulness today. So we're going to try to stay with the sensations or the breath. And then every time when you catch yourself, you've drifted away into stories or other things, then put a smile on your face and bring the awareness back to either the sensations or your breath. And it doesn't matter how often you drift. It only matters that you come back. Taking one more breath here, deeply in and deeply out. And then very mindful, gently bring your head and your legs back to center, noticing the sensations along the way. And just relaxing your arms, relaxing your legs, and just noticing how the sensations feel in your body. And then from those sensations, if you feel the need to move, feel free to do so, but do it because your body is telling you so and not because it's what you always do. And also these movements, do them very mindfully, noticing how they feel. Taking one more breath. And then very mindfully coming into our twist on the other side. So one by one, step your feet back on the mat. Opening the arms out wide, palms are facing upwards. Shifting the hips a little bit over to the right side of the mat. Inhale, hugging the knees into the chest, and exhale very mindfully, twisting over to your left. Noticing how this side feels, may feel different. And then from here, if you feel the need to adjust, please feel free to do so, but very mindfully. And then trying to keep coming back to either the sensations in your body or maybe the breath, if that is easier. Relaxing your muscles. Maybe using every exhale to release tension. Let's take one more breath here. And then very mindfully, gently rolling back to your center, making the coming out part of your practice. Relaxing your legs, your arms, noticing how everything feels. And then when you feel the need to create some movements, please feel free to do so, but very mindfully. Very aware. And then in your own way, we're gonna find our way back to seated, but also here, just noticing every step along the way, every sensation that happens in your body while we move upwards. Staying really present. Taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. And then very mindful, we're gonna come into our caterpillar. So if you want, you can use your blanket to sit on. And if you sit on a blanket, make sure you sit on only the front edge so your hips get a little tilt forward. And it's gonna be easier to fold. Now, remember, this is part of our practice, the coming in part. So gently folding yourself forward. If you want, you can even use some props to place underneath your head. Coming in nice and mindful, noticing the sensations. And then relaxing your feet. Relaxing your arms, your shoulders. And just letting the weight of the upper part of your body do all the hard work so you can focus on the sensations in your body. So you can keep practicing coming back to the present moment. Keep coming back to the sensations or the breath. And remember, it is okay to drift off. It is what the mind does. So don't get frustrated if it already happened like 50 times. Just remember that the practice is when you catch yourself, you come back. And that is what we practice today, no matter if it happens 2 or 50 times. Let's take one more breath here, deeply in, deeply out. And then remember, mindful, very gently, rolling yourself back up. Mindful, noticing the sensations. Taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. Noticing how the sensations move through your body. And it can feel really nice to just lay back after this forward fold. If you want to do that mindfully, nice and slow. Noticing every sensation along the way. Maybe just taking a deep breath out through the mouth. One more breath. And then again, very mindful in your own way. Find your way back up to seated, noticing that whole journey you take. Now let's stay in that mindful state. Grab your blanket, and we're gonna very mindfully roll up our blanket in a tight roll. So mindful folding. So rolling it up. Also here, noticing which muscles you use until you have this beautiful little roll here. And we're gonna just lay down, and we're gonna bring that roll underneath the upper back. So mindfully rolling yourself back, placing it underneath the upper back, just below the armpits. And you can place your arms over the roll, or maybe into cactus if you have more space. So you will have that sweet opening into the chest, that sweet, soft pressure into the upper back. Relaxing your head down. If you want to add a little hip, then feel free to bring the soles of the feet together, optional. And then relax your whole body. Noticing the sensations. And just keep coming back to the breath or the sensations in your body that you feel during this position. Now let's take one more deep breath in. Sigh out. And then very mindfully, one by one, step your feet down on the mat. Gently lift up your hips so you can remove that little roll from underneath, and mindfully rolling your spine back down. Just noticing the sensations here. And then you can one by one stretch out your legs, and we're gonna find our Shavasana. If you feel the need to adjust, maybe grab a blanket or a pillow, do that mindfully. Making yourself nice and comfortable in any way you like. Closing your eyes. Taking a really deep inhale through the nose. And with our exhale, we're going to let everything go. You can just let go of the focus. You don't have to come back to the breath or the sensations. You can just relax and be and enjoy this final moment of your practice. Now, please feel free to stay here as long as you want. I want to thank you for your practice today. And until we meet again, namaste.